All right, we're talking to Vincent Spann here, the class of 1982 South Shore Tars. I had the distinct privilege of playing next to Spann. Spann was the defensive tackle, offensive tackle. We both played on the left side of the line, and 82, excuse me, my junior year and Spann's senior year.
Right.
Spann, what do you have to say about your experience here at South Shore, as far as being a football player?
It was a great experience. It taught you about life, and it grew you up. I remember playing next to you, Hardy Joe, and you was a far-soft, and you grew up quick. You came to varsity. Next thing you know, you were starting with me on the line, and we handled our business. And we took care of business, and we beat up a lot of people going down the line. So it was a great experience, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I wouldn't change a piece of it. I wouldn't change nothing about it. You know.
What is the main factor of being a South Shore football alumni that makes you unique?
Football alumni, that's the difference. The thing is, see, actually with football, you're supposed to pass down what your mentors taught you. That's what I learned. I was brought here, and I was brought up by Doe Swan and Al Jones and people like Walter Stanley, and they taught me how to be a respectable ball player. And as they taught me, and I understood what it took to be a ball player, it was my job to pass it down to the next stream of young men, show them what it was about, and that's supposed to carry it on. And we carried on as long as we could. And I think we lost it someplace in 82 or 83. But that's what being an alumni football player is all about. Is learn as much as you can, pass it down to your next brother, hoping that they have success with it.
Now, you speak of that 82, 83, losing the tradition of passing things out. I really appreciate you bringing that up because you cannot change the past, and Lord knows we've had some controversy over the last few days, a couple of weeks over that particular couple of years, and I'm glad I was able to help set matters straight as far as to what some of the issues were, but we know what the issues are now. What are the solutions as to how we can reconcile the situation, bring folks together, and bring forward some positive initiatives that benefit the current generation of football players, and not just mention the football players, but the school population as a whole, as it relates to uplifting the South Shore community, as the high school being the nucleus of the community as far as the youth are concerned.
Well, as you know, and as I said, football is part of life, same as life itself. So the same steps you would take in football to recreate that situation, you have to take in life also. And the situation is that when I was moved up as a veteran and a captain, I couldn't do it by myself, and I needed other people to do it also. And it takes several people to bring up a village. You understand? So it has to be teamwork and people working together on the same points with the same beliefs and working towards that goal. Now, if I had more people to work with me and brought that old school up with me, then we would have a more flourishing team for 82, 83. But some people went their own way and had their own pride and decided to be who they were. Same thing with life. We have to come together as a community and care about our community and have to work as a team to bring these young people up. Because one person can't do it by himself. I have worked with worked up here 2-3 years in a row with the junior team football league. And I've worked with them and tried to help them get their football career and team together. And it's been rough because a lot of people didn't have good leadership. That was my age, my generation. A lot of people didn't know how to talk to the kids at this generation. Because see, this generation kids are different. If you talk to them too hard, they break. So you have to counsel them and talk to them in a particular way to get them to work for you and with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it takes. So that's what it takes with me. I feel that we have to do something all together and work together to build this village up.
Okay, good. I'm glad you mentioned that. Do you feel that we can gain a consensus among the South Shore football alumni, and even the alumni populace as a whole, to bring forward some positive initiatives that can provide some access to real opportunity to our current student population?
Well,
can we come together on that?
Only if we as a generation are willing to step out and bring monies to this situation. Because, see, that's the problem. Nobody's willing to bring monies to this situation. And if we want something to change, it's going to take monies. Because these young kids, they have no place to go. They have nothing to do. They don't have no jobs. They don't have no hustles like we used to. We used to collect cans and bottles and all that, watch cars. You can't do that no more. They have nothing, okay? We as a generation who originally turned our backs on them in the first place should turn around and try to help them in the best way we can to get a start. That's what we would take. Once they understand that we were wrong and we are trying to correct ourselves.
Mr. Spann, on that note, I want to thank you very much. You made some very good points, and I agree with all those points. It was a real pleasure to play with you back in '82, and good to see you again almost 30 years later.
Rough man.
My brother.
Nice seeing you, baby. Good thing.